All right, what's good, YouTubers? I am making a video today about a great little lens that I have purchased. There's been a bit of hype online about it, and I'm trying to add to that hype. And that is simply the TTartisan 27 f2.8. This is TTartisan's first autofocus lens, which is pretty exciting. We've got a few of their other lenses which are manual focus. And yeah, this lens comes in about half the price of the Fujifilm 27 f2.8. So thought I would give it a go, see how it performs. And yeah, some really compelling reasons to buy this. It's not a perfect lens. It's got some pretty serious flaws. But if you use it in the right way, though, you can minimize those flaws and you can get a pretty amazing lens and a very minimal setup. So let's jump into the video. So over the last couple of months, I've been traveling a lot more. We did a migration from Australia to Korea, and between that point we went to Indonesia and Japan and some other places. And before I left, I really wanted to hone in my travel camera kit. I don't really want to be that camera guy that's got a huge full frame body with a 28-70 and then all these other big lenses carrying around. I'm not interested in doing that on my holidays. I want to have a holiday and I want to have something that's quick and close that I can just pull out very quickly, take a photo, take some video that still has quality, but I'm not committing to having the bag on my back that only has camera gear in it. So I was really keen to purchase and test out the TTartisan 27mm. So on the X-T4, on an APS-C camera, it gives you about a 40mm field of view at about a f4. So it's if you were to hear someone say, "Oh, I got this new lens, it's a 40mm f4," you'd kind of go, "What?" But given how small this thing is, it's very interesting to think about, because I was literally able to slide my X-T4 with this camera lens on it into some big pockets that I had in my jackets. I was able to slide it into this little kind of side bag that I had. So when we would head out on an adventure, I would just grab my little side bag. It'll have my X-T4 with that lens on it. Have my phone, have all my money and stuff like that, and it was just there ready to go. I didn't have to carry this big camera bag. And yeah, with the combination of using Fuji film simulations, I was able to go out on these trips, take photos of my wife and our friends, and within a coffee, I was able to quickly download these pictures to my phone and send them to my friends in the group, and they were sharing them on social media within half an hour or an hour of taking those photos. So a really cool kind of compact way to capture the amazing things that we go through in our lives. So let's get in a little bit to the pros and the cons of the lens. So starting off with the cons, this lens has very, very bad focus breathing. So you can essentially avoid that just by not racking focus in your videos. Just set your focus and hit record. But you might not even care about focus breathing, but it is quite bad in this lens, so that's something to be aware of. The center is actually pretty sharp for such a small cheap lens. That being said, the corners, as you would assume with cheap lenses, is pretty rubbish as well. So at the start of the video, I said you can shoot it or you can use it in ways that minimizes these cons, and that's actually just to mainly shoot portraits. If you're looking for a landscape lens, you probably don't want a 40mm anyway. The photography that I do, I like to take photos of people, or of closer subjects than to be shooting landscape. So not a landscape lens, but a great sort of portrait or subject lens, if that's what you're looking for, with a minimal footprint on your camera body. It does vignette, so what I try to do to counteract that is just to think a lot wider in my compositions, so that if the vignette ends up being a problem when I want to share or do something with that photo, I just crop it in and try to crop out those vignettes or correct them in post. The value of this lens, I think it's around 250 Australian dollars, so maybe around 180 or 170 US dollars. You just can't really beat that. I don't think there's probably another autofocus lens on the market that's that cheap. And yeah, I mean, as you can see from some of the photos that have been scrolling through, it just takes compelling photos. Like, not sure what it is. It's probably just got more to do with the Fujifilm magic that's inside of it. But this allows you to have such a small kind of footprint of your camera on your everyday life, and that was something I was looking for. So if you're in need of some sort of small lens that has autofocus, that allows for relatively quick kind of pull out and snap because that autofocus, this is definitely the one to get. I don't have the Fujifilm lens to compare it to, but from all my research, it appears that you know, the Fujifilm is better, but marginally, and it doesn't kind of warrant the double the price. So TTartisan 27mm lens is a must-have for your Fujifilm camera in 2023. And that's it from me. So thanks for sticking around. If you have any questions about the lens or any of the simulations that I've been using in these pictures, just write them down in the comments, and you have a great day, and we'll catch you in the next video.